Hello and welcome to the Yankees on Deck podcast. I'm your host, Matt Cunningham, and the Yankees lose tonight largely because of freaking stupidity. So I was watching the game, and clearly the offense could have did more. They could have did more, but somehow they actually managed to get 5 runs tonight. Or no, sorry, 6. 6 runs. And it was because of the lackluster decision making, the inability to make good decisions by Aaron Boone and certain players on this team that cost them the game tonight. Aaron Boone doesn't know how to manage a pitching staff. Let me start right there. Or no, I'm sorry. Let me go to the fundamentals. So I can recap this entire game, okay? But let me just dive right into the shitstorm that is Aaron Boone when it comes to decision making. So the Yankees, they're down. They're up to start the game, 2-0. Then they lose the lead. They blow it on a 2-run homer. Then it's 2-2. Then they're down. After that, they're down 5-2. Then they tie it up on a 3-run home run by Grisham. It's 5-5. So it's tied. And then we go into extras. Clay Holmes was great in the 9th inning. And then we had the extras. Top of the 10th. And then we got the stupid runner on second rule that Major League Baseball has. So we have that. And the Yankees go to a pinch hitter. Guess who they go to? Giancarlo Stanton. And what does Stanton do? He rips a double in the gap to lead off. Run comes home. 6-5 Yankees. Runner on second. Who comes up next? The leadoff hitter, Juan Soto. Or no, sorry, not Juan Soto. Yeah, it's late. I'm tired. Anthony Volpe. It goes back to 1. And you have a runner on second, nobody out. That screams bunt. Bunt the guy over. Because guess what? You don't bunt him over, then guess what? If Volpe makes an out and the runner doesn't advance, guess what? The Brewers have a chance to get out of that inning. And guess what? They did. Freaking stupid. Absolutely freaking stupid. Guess what Anthony Volpe did? He popped out. So then the runner stayed on second. And then Juan Soto popped out. And then the next guy struck out. How do you not bunt that guy over? You have 1 run. You need to play fundamental baseball and move the guy over to third. And then Juan Soto could possibly hit you a sac fly. And then you got Judge after him. You think they're going to walk both those guys? They'll probably walk Soto and then take their chances with Judge. But then you have first and third, 1 out. I mean, what are we doing? How do you not move the guy over with no outs? So there's stupid decision number 1 by Aaron Boone, who's a horrible manager. Not playing fundamental baseball, not moving the guy over. They had a gift from Giancarlo Stanton, a leadoff double, to drive in a run. And you can't just get 1 run. Because guess what? The other team, they come up with the runner on second too as well. And since they're the home team, they're going to get that runner over and then hit a sac fly, do what they got to do to get the runner in and tie the game at 1 again, which is what the Brewers did. So not even that. The Yankees only get 1 run. And then I knew at that point it was over. I knew it was over. Because guess who they're bringing in to pitch? Michael Tonkin. Michael Tonkin, who they just acquired. If you never heard of his name, guess what? I don't blame you because he sucks. Clay Holmes cruises in the 9th inning. Throws 10, 11 pitches. And they can't bring him back out to pitch in the bottom of the 10th? Do they want to win this game? No, they punt the game. They throw in Michael Tonkin, A guy who's been released by 2 teams already this year. Guy's a 35-year-old pitcher. He stinks. 6 ERA. Been released by the Mets, the Twins. The Yankees pick him up, and yeah, let's throw him in this crucial game. Clay Holmes had a quick 1-2-3 in the ninth. Can't pitch Clay Holmes for more than an inning. Nope. The analytics say we can't do that. Boneheaded. Absolutely boneheaded. And what does Michael Tonkin do? Wild pitch the first pitch, and then he ends up giving up the tying run. Somehow he gets out of the inning and doesn't blow the game. But guess what? The Yankees come back up again, and stupid pinch runner Jahmai Jones, the only infielder on our bench who is a bench player, he's a minor leaguer, can't do anything. He's the runner on second. He advances to third. There's a force out, and he moves up to third. And then you have Alex Verdugo coming to the plate. And Alex Verdugo hits a ground ball right back to the pitcher. And what does this freaking idiot, Jahmai Jones, do? He runs on contact. Boom, out at the plate. Has this guy never learned anything in baseball? That when you're the go-ahead runner in scoring position, that you don't run on contact immediately on a ground ball? What is freaking wrong with this guy? I mean, you got to be kidding me. The level of stupidity. And he was out by a mile at the plate, easy freaking out. Then you knew the game was over. Then then the next hitter gets out. I don't even know who it was. I don't even give a shit. And then guess what? Then the Yankees bring back out Tonkin. Game over. All they had to do, move the runner over to third, then hit a sac fly. Boom. Game over. Easy win for the Brewers. What a freaking disgrace. Aaron Boone, despicable. Despicable that you don't have Volpe bunt after that leadoff double by Stan in extra innings because you need more than one run. I said this over and over and over during the game. You need more than one run with that stupid runner on second rule to start the inning. You need it. Because the Brewers were smart. They actually played small ball. They moved the runners over and they drove them in when they needed to. Sack flies. And Stan rips a double to start the inning. Nothing better. Could have capitalized on it by playing fundamental baseball, and you don't. Let Volpe swing away, make an out, and that guy pop out, ground out, whatever the frig it was. That didn't matter. Because guess what? If you have a runner on third at that point, guess what? You already got 2 outs. So there's no sack fly. Freaking idiots. And then you bring in this freaking joke of a pitcher, minor league pitcher, Michael Tonkin. Boom, you knew the game was over. This guy's been released by 2 teams in the span of what? Less than a month? And then you do that, and then you got this freaking idiot, Jahmai Jones, coming off the bench, our only bench infielder, by the way. Yankees have no depth at infield. All they got is this guy, Jahmai Jones, who's a career $130 hitter. 130 hitter at the major league level. He's a minor leaguer. Shouldn't even be in the major leagues. He's nowhere even close to a backup infielder. He stinks. And what does he do? His one opportunity he gets in the game, he makes the biggest boneheaded decision that a player could make. Running on immediate contact when he's on third in a tie game. When he knows the infield is going to be in and that he's the lead out, they're trying to get at the plate to cut down the run. And you run immediately on contact? What the frig's wrong with you? Have you learned nothing in baseball? Growing up, that is one of the worst things you could do. If I ever did that in one of my games growing up, I'd get benched for that. But it doesn't really matter for Jahmai Jones. Guess what? Because he's on the bench 95% of the time anyway. Can't hit, can't field. Get rid of him. Tired of this. Freaking Aaron Boone punted the game, didn't care, didn't focus on the fundamentals. Again, this team somehow scored 6 runs, hit into a shit ton of double plays tonight, though. They lead the league with 31 double plays hit into this year. 31. Think about that. Luis Hill didn't really have it, but 4 earned runs. Whatever. What freaking ever. Offense needed to pick it up tonight, and they didn't do enough. And then you get boneheaded, stupid decisions like this from Aaron Boone. Clay Holmes was rolling in that bottom of the 9th inning. Rolling. Retired guys, 1, 2, 3. Barely threw over 10 pitches. But your stupid analytics says he can't come out and pitch more than 1 inning when you need this win. And then I could already picture the stupid crap Aaron Boone is going to go and say in the press conference. He's going to say, well, we didn't really have a lot of arms available tonight. We used our closer. We used a lot of guys the other day in the Oakland series, blah, 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 blah. So you just punt the game? You punt the game? You work all this way to come back. Down 2-5. Game-tying 3-run home run from Trent Grisham, his first hit as a Yankee. You crawl all the way back, go to extra innings, and this is the scrub you throw out there to blow the game? Do you not realize you're struggling, that you split with a shitty Oakland A's team, and it would be great to win the first game of this series against a Brewers team that is on a roll? Guess what? Now you guys might get swept. I really think that's going to happen because you blew through your bullpen tonight and you didn't utilize them effectively at all. You brought in Clay Holmes in a non-save situation. 9th inning, the game was tied. Oh, and then you use him and then you get the lead, but now you can't go back to him? Guy hasn't given up a run all year. Aaron Boone is an idiot. Jahmai Jones are stupid. Backup second baseman, he's an idiot. All of them were idiots tonight. Giancarlo Stanton isn't a good career pinch hitter. He didn't get the start tonight. And he comes up in the top of the 10th. Michael Kay said in the booth he was like 3 for 42 in his lifetime as a pinch hitter. He's not a guy that does well in pinch hit situations, career-wise. And he came up, he ropes a double center field to the wall and legs it out for a double. And then in the pinch runner. And you mean to tell me then Anthony Volpe's coming up, he can't do a sacrifice bunt and move the guy over? And then you have Juan Soto coming up, he can hit a sac fly? Or they walk him and then you have Judge coming up? Why is there not even an attempt to move the runner over? That is just so mind-bogglingly stupid. Mind-bogglingly stupid. The other day, the Yankees had no problem bunting a guy over. Why can't you do it tonight? Then you got to listen to Aaron Boone, all this bullshit he says in the press conference. No accountability ever. It's a joke because this team started out 2-0 on home runs from Juan Soto and Alex Verdugo, and then they couldn't do anything until Trent Grisham came up to the plate with runners on second and third in the 4th inning. And what does he do? It's a game-tying home run. Down 5-2. Or no, I'm sorry. We were We were 3. We were down 2-4. I'm sorry. We were down 2-4. Trent Grisham hits a 3-run home run to take the lead. The entire momentum shifted at that point. For what? Then we get late in the game, and we have stupid decision making from our base runners, from Aaron Boone. What a shit show. And guess what? Everybody in the AL East lost tonight. The Orioles lost to the A's. I don't know how the heck that happened. The Rays lost to the White Sox. Pretty sure the Red Sox lost to the Cubs. Blue Jays got crushed by the Dodgers. And this game was right in front of us. And we blow it because of Aaron Boone's incompetence and Jamari Jones' incompetence. Start getting some competent bench players. Get rid of Jamari Jones. I'm done with him. Get rid of him. The guy stinks. He hasn't been in the major leagues in what? Well over a year or two? And he's our one infielder available off the bench. We have no other bench infielders. One, Jamai Jones. And he stinks. And he looked like a complete idiot tonight. In his one opportunity, just running the bases. What a disgrace. I knew the Brewers were going to win this game off of that stupidity alone. That's why I at that point, I put my phone away. I jumped in the shower. I didn't want to watch. I didn't want to watch the end of the game. I was going to get the alert on my phone, and then I knew I was going to have to come on here and record and rant because this is such bullshit. For any Yankee Aaron Boone defenders out there, rewatch games like this and then come back to me and tell me you still like Aaron Boone. I don't think there's many Yankee fans out there that are like that, but if there are, rewatch a game like this and then come back to me and tell me Aaron Boone is a good manager. Can't say that with a straight face. Guy's a complete moron. And that's why I don't even watch the press conferences. I don't watch the press conferences because he never takes accountability. He gets pissy whenever anybody in the media questions him, questions his decisions. Should become an umpire. That should be his profession. Because those guys love to get pissy and, uptight and self-righteous. And, I'm Mr. Perfect. I never do anything wrong. No, you did tonight. Stupid. Should have put on the bunt in the extra innings to get that extra run. I mean, I don't know what you're doing. And then bringing in a guy like Michael Tonkin and saying, nope, Clay Holmes can't go more than an inning. Was the best pitcher out of the bullpen tonight. Lights out. Been lights out all year. Nope, can't come in. We crawled all the way back. Fought for 10, 11 innings. Fought all the way back. Nope, can't have Clay Holmes pitch another inning. The stat sheet, the front office people say I can't do it. It's either that or Aaron Boone is the biggest idiot. It's not in between. It was either his decision and he's the biggest moron, or it was a decision from the front office saying, nope, whenever Clay Holmes comes in, he's the closer and he can't pitch more than one inning. Nope. Even though he barely threw any freaking pitches and he was lights out. You don't think Clay Holmes was saying, put me back out there for that 10th inning? Put me back out there. You don't think Clay Holmes was saying that? You put Clay Holmes back out there, the game was over. That's how good Clay Holmes has been lately. I know we were spoiled with Mariano Rivera. If you watch Clay Holmes lately, he looks like Mariano Rivera on the mound. As of late, I'm not calling him Mariano Rivera because there was actually crazy people on Yankees Twitter that actually called him that. I'm saying as of right now, how he's looked within the last week and a half, 2 weeks, he looks like freaking Rivera on the mound. He is blowing guys away, mowing them down. They can't touch him. And you're saying, nope, can't put him back out there. So let's go to Michael Tonkin, who's been DFA'd twice this year. Don't tell me you want to win the game at that point. You crawl all the way back. You fight all the way back for what? For that shit. To put in a guy who stinks. Everybody knew. Every rational baseball fan that knows the game or likes the Yankees but knows the game knew the game was over. As soon as you were putting a guy like that in a high-pressure situation, they knew the game was over. Between that and then the double plays, Aaron Judge into a double play tonight, incredibly frustrating. This team might get freaking swept, people. They might get swept. And then you know what? Have fun, because then you go to Baltimore for 4 games. And then you got to deal with them. You think the Brewers are a pain in the ass? Try going to Baltimore. This game is on the manager, Aaron Boone, the stupid decision-making on the bases. Jahmai Jones, good. You know what? Go back on the bench. Good. That's where you belong. You shouldn't even be on the roster. Go get me a competent bench bat that could play infield and have some baseball IQ and actually be a serviceable backstop in the infield. Not Jahmai Jones, guy who hit under 200 in spring training and only made the freaking team because they had no other options to pick from practically. Might as well pick the guy out of a hat out of all the minor league guys they could have picked from. Go get me a serviceable backup infielder. Could be a freaking Gene Segura, a Garrett Cooper, a Donovan Solano. I don't care. Just go get me somebody that is serviceable as a backup, bench bat, infielder. Not Jahmai Jones. Get rid of him. So done with this, man. Just the stupid decision making. I could be a better manager than Aaron Boone. I'm not even kidding you. And you know what I said yesterday? I didn't even know this stat. I didn't even know the stat that the Yankees lead the league in the double plays. But you know what I said the other day? I said I'll bet money on it that the Yankees lead the league in the double plays. And guess what? They do lead it. 31 double plays, people. Doesn't take a rocket science to understand that. You just watch the games and you see all the double plays this team hits into. Gleyber Torres continuing to look terrible at the plate. You hope he can come around, but who knows? All they had to do against Gleyber Torres tonight, just throw the fastball right above the plate. Swings it at every time. Couldn't touch it. His entire plate discipline is gone. He looks completely lost up there. It's like he didn't even get a hit the other day. He looks just as lost as he was 2 games prior. Aaron Judge looks lost. 2 strikeouts. Only guys that hit tonight, Soto with the home run, Verdugo with the home run. Both of them had solo shots. And then Grisham with the 3-run home run, his first hit as a Yankee. And he's only been playing, he only played a handful of games this year. He's a backup. He's not the starting center fielder. Aaron Judge is. Aaron Judge was just DHing today. So then you couldn't play Stanton. And then Stanton comes up, pinch hit scenario. And like I said, he stinks in pinch hit scenarios. And he comes through clutch, RBI double. Those are the only guys that hit today. And it was all a waste. All a waste. I'm not going to get too much on the case of Luis Hill. He went 5 innings. He wasn't sharp. Gave up 6 hits, 5 earned runs, 2 walks, had 6 strikeouts. Got burned on a couple home runs, hanging sliders. One of them to one of the worst hitters on the Brewers, Ortiz. Hanging slider, game-tying 2-run home run. And I believe it was the 3rd inning. What are you going to do? The walks continue to burn him a bit. He had 2 walks tonight, which isn't terrible, but a lot of deep counts, a lot of full counts, a lot of 3-1 counts. He's got to work on that. He's got to work on that. Slider was not crisp tonight. It was really mainly just relying on his fastball to get through the game. And even that, they were hitting around a little bit. Marinaccio came in after Hill, pitched an inning in the third. He was good, had a strikeout, kept the game at bay. Denny Santana pitched 2/3, gave up 1 hit, had a strikeout, same thing. Ferguson was great, looked a lot better, had a walk, but in an inning had a strikeout. And then Clay Holmes was lights out in the ninth. 2 strikeouts, 1, 2, 3, mowed them down. But nope, he can't pitch. He can't come out for more than an inning because he's the closer, and our stat sheet says nope, he can't pitch him for more than 1 inning. Yep, that's what the stat sheet says. Can't question it. Holmes was probably dying to come into the game after that ninth inning to get the save, but nope. He comes in when it's tied. Was great. Didn't matter. And then they go to freaking Tonkin, who should honestly be DFA'd. 34 years old, 6'7". He stinks. Yep. Aaron Boone genius there. Yep. Makes 2 for 9 with runners in scoring position. The Brewers just played better baseball. They were able to steal bases, move runners over when they had to. Still, our catchers, Trevino, can't throw anybody out. I don't know what the deal is. Can't throw anybody out. None of them. Not Wells, not Trevino. They haven't thrown out one guy this year. Alex Verdugo, stupid decision he made in, I think it was the 9th inning where Yankees, had to get a run top of the 9th and had a runner on, no outs, and he tries to steal second base, gets thrown out by the Brewers catcher, William Contreras. But our catchers can't throw anybody out. Funny how that works. I don't know. What a shit show, man. What a joke. Could have capitalized. Everybody in the AL East lost today, but no. Thanks to Aaron Boone and his stupid-ass decision-making. Carlos Rodon gets the ball tomorrow. 2.7 ERA, 1-1. He's going to go against Joe Ross, who wasn't as good as Colin Ray. Joe Ross has a 4.05 ERA. Colin Ray got the ball today. For the Brewers, Yankees hit him a little bit. A couple home runs. Colin Ray for the Brewers, usually he's been pretty good. He only gave up 1 run. Before the sounding, he only gave up 1 run and I heard 20-something innings pitched. He's been lights out. Today, he wasn't as sharp. 6 innings, 4 hits, 5 earned runs, gave up 3 home runs, and it was a complete waste because the team was just stupid in the end. So got to win tomorrow. And honestly, I got to win these next 2 because then you go to Baltimore, and then that's when reality really hits. I don't know when this team is gonna figure it out, but should have taken care of business against Oakland, and then you come here and you play a scrappy as heck Brewers team, and this is what you get. You make stupid decisions like this, managerial, base running, fundamentals, and guess what? This is what happens. This is what real good teams like the Brewers, this is what they do. They're scrappy, they're young, they got a lot of guys that can run, put the ball in play, and guess what? This is what happens. They move runners over, they steal bases, hit the ball where it's pitched, and guess what? This is the outcome you have. Yankees could have won this game, but nope, stupid-ass decision-making from top to bottom is why we lost this game. Frustrating as frig, man. Juan Soto continuing to be amazing and goes to waste tonight. It's a shame. Yankees had 6 hits, 6 runs, an error. Yep, and that's your game. Tonkin gets the loss, 1-3, 5.23 ERA. Yep, that's the Yankees. That's who the Yankees trusted tonight. 2-time DFA'd scrub, Michael Tonkin.
So, who, by the way, gave up a shit ton of runs for the Mets earlier this month. And then guess what? He got DFA'd the very next day. Or no, I think he got DFA'd right after the game, actually. And the Twins picked him up, DFA'd him. But nope, then we got to pick him up and immediately throw him into the biggest situation of the entire game. Yep. Makes sense. And look, I don't have a problem. You want to pick up this guy as a guy to work on because the Yankees have found lightning in a bottle with other guys like Clay Holmes and Wandy Peralta and whatever. Fine. If that's what you want to do, if you think this somehow 34-year-old pitcher has something left in the tank, whatever. I don't care. But the fact that you bring him in the most polarizing point of the game against the first-place Brewers team after you just threw Clay Holmes in a non-save situation in the ninth inning, and for what? For him to be perfect and then throw the game to this guy who's gotten DFA'd twice? Are you freaking kidding me? I don't even need to point out the stupidity with that. So you just blew the game away. I would love to hear Aaron Boone's excuse and just whole rationale, his thinking. Does he make any of the decisions? Does Aaron Boone make any of these decisions, or is he a puppet? Is he a puppet and they just give him the stat sheet and he does what it tells him to do in a particular situation? Or is he really making these decisions and he's just as much of an idiot as we thought? I'm so done, man. So done. You know what? Because this is the same crap that we deal with all year. That he can't manage a starting staff, he can't manage bullpen. And this is what we deal with. This is what happens when you hire people that have never had managerial experience. That never served as a bench coach or, a first base coach or third base coach or hitting coach. This is what freaking happens. This is what happens. This is what happens when you hire a guy from freaking ESPN. You want to talk about? Do you want to talk to me about? Well, he's got 10 plus years of major league experience. Blah blah blah. You want me to point out all the major league players and ones that were actually much better than Aaron Boone that stunk as managers? You want me to point out all those guys? The Yankees went ahead. Nope. Yeah. Let's hire Aaron Boone. You know why I think they did that? Honestly, part of me still believes they did that because Aaron Boone is just the yes man. He'll just do whatever the freaking analytics tell him to do, even when the analytics make no sense, like they did tonight. You can't pitch your best pitcher in the bullpen when you need a desperate win tonight, and you crawled your way back and going to extra innings, and you used them in a non-save situation, and then you get the lead. You can't use them again, really? When he's got 10, 11 pitches, what freaking stat is telling you that? Or if you actually believe that, then my goodness, you are just a complete fool. Anyway, I'm done talking about this shit. Win tomorrow, win the next games, and then I don't know. If you could win 2 or 3 against, not 2 or 3, if you could just avoid getting swept by the Brewers, then I guess you got to call it a victory, as sad as it is. And then you just got to go to Baltimore and hope you don't get your asses kicked there and get swept in a 4-game series. I don't know what else to say. Burning through the bullpen, and we did tonight, and somehow we burned through the bullpen, go through it like crazy, and then we just give up in the end and throw a shit pitcher out there from the bullpen. And so we wasted Clay Holmes. We could have got the win tonight, but guess what? We didn't get the win, and now we can't use Clay Holmes tomorrow. We could have used Clay Holmes for an extra inning and got the win and say, okay, well, at least we got the win tonight. Now we don't even have that shit. What a freaking disgrace, man. I'm done. Aaron Boone, you're a freaking idiot. Signing off. Win this shit tomorrow, or just avoid getting swept at this rate. I'm so done with this crap. The only reason I'm not more pissed off is because every freaking AL East team lost tonight, and it's somehow we can't capitalize. We go all in this game, and then Aaron Boone just pisses it away, being the typical shit manager that he is. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night, everybody.